Hi guys, welcome back on board of the Crypto Cruiser. It's me, Chris, and today, of course, we're going to talk about Bitcoin and how I was able exactly to predict that we're going to go and hit prices of above 75,000. So price of around, I think we're heading for 76, 77,000, as I've told you many weeks ago. And pretty much I've nailed these markets. I've been calling, so from 70,000 when I launched my channel, I've said we're going to drop down to prices below for 50,000 at price of around 49,000 perfectly. Then I said the local top at the prices of around 65,000 perfectly. Then from here, from the period of 23rd of August to 7th of September, I've told you we're gonna drop to prices around 52,000. Actually, exactly 52,000, and that's exactly what we did. In the process, I posted over 20 warning videos, and once we took this bear trap at 57,000 and start hitting all-time high prices, high lows, and high highs. And what did I say? I say anticipate all-time high prices, and we're going to touch this huge yearly resistance line at price of around 76, 77,000. And where we are at the moment, exactly there, guys. So I mean, how I was able to predict every single move. I mean, this is just chart analysis one on one. Listen, I don't want to brag. I don't want to. I'm just saying how it is. These are just the facts. So you can turn back some of my videos and you clearly see it's there. Another thing, S&P 500. I managed to correctly predict that move as well. How did I know that? Again, this is just chart analysis, and you can get my chart analysis, the art of chart analysis book on my Patreon if you want to become more sophisticated trader. Another thing, once we start dropping here in July of 2024, I've told you that it will be healthy for the overall trend to actually come back and test this local low here and turn it into support, and that's what we did. We had a 10% correction, a regular correction, ABC, and both markets, they're very much correlated, S&P 500 and Bitcoin. And that's how when S&P 500 start correcting, Bitcoin dropped significantly lower, and I already knew that. So basically, we dropped down to these prices, and I said I anticipate a V-shaped recovery. I mean, you can turn back some of my videos, guys. Everything has been documented. I've told you exactly how it's gonna play out, and it's playing out exactly the way I said it. So the V-shaped recovery almost start hitting all-time highs, and then we're gonna come back, retest this huge previous resistance line, and we turn into support, and that's what we did. And then continuation of the trend, and we start hitting all-time high prices, perfectly predicted. We start hitting all-time high prices. We came back, we test this previous resistance line, and now the continuation of the trend. Are there going to be more setbacks? Of course. Are there going to be more corrections along the way? Of course. Nothing goes in a straight upline, but you have to understand that the chart analysis, especially in the short term, is the most difficult one because no one can actually predict the future. No one but I guess me, because I was absolutely right and I've nailed every single move here for BTC. Of course, anything I say in this video is not a financial advice. It's for pure entertainment purposes. And before you do anything, do your diligence and make your own research. Because I don't predict the future. This is not a financial advice, and you have to do your diligence and make your own research before you do anything. Because that's not a financial advice. Now, saying all that, how did I know it's gonna play out? So from the drop down to the local top to the 52,000 to the continuation of the trend on the upside. In the process, we actually some bullish structure. On the 4-hourly chart, we've been hitting nothing but higher lows and higher highs. And in the process, we actually formed a triangle pattern, which we broke out on the 19th of September. We tested it once here on 2nd of October, and we tested it twice on 10th of October. And what we had, I've told you, at 58,000, I anticipate huge upside momentum, start hitting price of around 70,000 perfectly. So just to let you know, guys, 69,600 is 70,000, all right? So perfectly from 58 to 70,000, perfectly predicted. Then I said once we hit 70,000, it will be healthy to actually come back, retest these previous local tops at 65, 66,500. We turn them into support. In the process, we actually formed a W formation, which is a bullish signal, a continuation of the trend, and start hitting price of around 73,000 perfectly. What did I say then? We're gonna come back price of around 69,000. Okay, well, we overextended, we dropped down even further than that, but the bullish sentiment remained, and I said I anticipate a huge bounce to test this huge yearly resistance line at price of around 76, 77,000, and that's exactly what we did now. Now, what happens next? Let's just celebrate right now at this particular moment exactly how everything has been playing out perfectly, because to be quite frank with you, my personal opinion, we have two scenarios on our hand. Which is more probable? The next few days are gonna tell us. My personal opinion, though, if I have to be totally honest with you, the upside momentum is almost to the limit, because it just we haven't had like a real correction for a long time. In my personal opinion, yes, we've been setting up higher highs and high lows, and now we just hit all-time high the way I've predicted. But in my personal opinion, usually that's how markets work. Once we go in a straight up line the way we did it, usually we have a correction. We're going to have a pullback. I mean, is it possible for us just to consolidate between these prices by 20th of November, between price of around 68 and 73, 74,000, and just consolidate? Absolutely, and then we're gonna huge snap on the upside and start testing price of above 80,000, but by the end of this month, and potentially even 90,000. Absolutely, that can potentially happen as well. But my core basis, the way I've been predicted every single move, my personal opinion that we are heading for a correction now. I've told you, from 70,000 to below 50,000 to 65,000 to the bottom here at 52,000, to the continuation of the trend from here, from 58 to 70, to drop down to 69 as all-time highs to 75, 76,000 perfectly. So I was able to predict absolutely every single move, and my personal opinion, we have to wait. We have to wait for a few more days, and I'll tell you with a more precise forecast how exactly it's gonna play out. But so far, it's been playing out scary, perfectly, and I think we're due for a correction. At the end of the day, corrections are healthy, and I think it's been long overdue. We're gonna have a correction, but I mean, let's just celebrate today. I managed to nail that move as well to 76, 77,000. So I mean, if you've been following my channel, you know that I've been predicting every single move. And thanks again, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you all for the support. I really appreciate for watching my content. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube, please do it. It's for absolutely free, of course. And if you want to get my crypto guidebook and my the chart analysis book, The Art of Chart Analysis, with over 70 pages filled with very useful information, you can subscribe to my Patreon and you get it for free. Of course, once you subscribe to my Patreon, you get an exclusive content with undervalued, underappreciated coins, some of them 50, 60x. Of course, that's not a financial advice, but if you subscribe to my Patreon, I think I bring a lot of value, and you can gain quite a lot of knowledge from my Patreon as well. Once again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see each other later on. Goodbye.